Imagine. Upon how you're done, right, face the east. We say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanel. Shabbat Shemayim. Kadash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Lakaka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Barataza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashemayim. Adonanau. Makam. Call. Yawam. Wasalak now. Kabawaki now. Kasalak now. Kabawaki now. Wala Kabaya now. Manasaya one. Abal. Awashai now. Mayan. Ra'ai. Kaya. Laka. Malakwa. Wa'ala. Watapar. Sawalay. Amma.
In English, our Father,
Which
which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Amen.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew.
Asha'ah,
Anyanya.
Ayanya,
Alahari.
Alahari,
Mayan.
Mayan,
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah,
Azariah.
Azariah,
Ma'ayin. Yahweh. Asha.
Asha,
Shemai.
Shemai,
Warakaza.
Barakaza,
Alitan.
Ayatan,
What?
Namawat,
Regalka.
Rakal,
Al Yanawan.
Ayamus,
Marka.
Shamarka,
Na'a.
Laha,
La'a.
Laha,
Yanawam.
Yanawam,
La'a.
Laha,
Yashan.
Yashan,
Shawamar.
Shawamar,
Yasha'al.
Asha'ah,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Marka.
Shamarka,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Tazalka.
Tazalka,
Al.
Al,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yamyanka.
Yamyanka,
Yawamam.
Yawamam,
Hashamash.
Hashimash,
La'a.
La'a,
Yakaka.
Yakaka,
Wayarak.
Bayrak,
Bayala.
Ba'ala,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka,
Nakal.
Nakal,
Right.
Rai,
Yashamar.
Yashamar,
Abnapashka.
Akapashka,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Yashamar.
Yashamar,
Tazaka.
Taza'aka,
Wabuwaka.
Watka,
Mayata.
Mayaka,
Right.
Ba'ala.
I will
In the English, I will lift up mine eyes
lift up my eyes
unto the hills,
to the hills.
from whence comes my help.
Which goes my help?
My help comes from the Lord,
My help comes from the Lord,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
You will suffer that foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he keepeth Israel,
shall neither slumber nor
shall neither
sleep.
slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right
The Lord is
hand.
thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by
Day
day,
shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee
The Lord shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all harm.
He shall preserve thy
The
soul.
Lord shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going
The
out
Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in,
and thy coming in.
from this time forth
This time forth,
and even forevermore.
even forevermore. Prayer for the power of the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Ba'ashim Yahushua.
Ba'ashim Yahushua,
Kabakashah.
Ba'ashah,
Lathandanau.
Lathandanau,
Nakat.
Nakat,
Nakat.
Nakat,
Arpa'ah.
Arpa'ah,
Kalmakala.
Kalmakala,
Wakal Marwa.
Kalmarwa,
Nakat.
Nakat,
Atahar.
Atahar,
Amatazariah.
Atazari,
Nakat.
Nakat,
Lahakim.
Ahaki,
Amati.
Maki,
Nakat.
Nakat,
Arakawa.
Armakawa,
Atama'ala.
Atma'ala,
Nagarsha.
Nagarshi,
Ba'ashim Yahushua.
Ba'ashim Yahushua,
The water.
the power in English, Yahweh,
Yahweh.
in the name of Yahushua,
Name the Yahushua.
please give us the power,
Please give us the power.
power to heal all manner of sickness,
Power to heal all our sins.
and all manner of disease,
And all manner of diseases.
the power to cleanse the lepers,
Power to cleanse the lepers.
the power to raise the dead,
Power to raise the dead.
the Power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
Cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Word bless Israel in Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Barakah now.
Barakah.
Wa'asha'al.
Ayashah.
Wa'abayah.
Wahabaya.
Safari.
Sapari.
Barak.
Barak.
Barakah. Gun. Gun.
Done.
Say the name of loved ones once. Everyone repeats the name once.
All right, for time's sake. All of Israel.
All of Israel.
Israelite School UPK.
Israelite School UPK.
ISUPK Minnesota.
ISUPK Minnesota. All of Israel.
All of Israel.
ISUPK Minnesota.
ISUPK Minnesota.
All the Haitians and the Issacharites.
All the Haitians and Israelites. Anybody else?
Right.
And UPK.
And UPK.
Say one more time.
UPK.
UPK and the Davis family.
And Davis family. Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
The water Allah.
The water. In the English, Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Bless us in Israel.
Bless us in Israel.
In the school.
In the school.
Bless Hill shall protect.
Bless us in protect.
Loved ones.
Loved ones.
In the name of
In the
Yahushua.
name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahai.
Alahai.
Al-Damayah.
Al-Damayah.
Lakah.
Lakah.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Tashakwah.
Al-Tashkwah.
All.
All.
Kayahana.
Yahana.
Al-Yabika.
Yabika.
Yaham.
Yaham.
Yawan.
Yaham.
Rash.
Ash.
Al-Imaka.
Al-Mak.
Yayam.
Yarayam.
Sawara.
Sawad.
Wayata.
Mayaka.
Yatizawa.
Nazazawa.
Al-Tazawapanka.
Al-Zakonka.
Marwa.
Marwa.
Lakawa.
Kawa.
Wanakidum.
Akidum.
Magalia.
Kawa.
Wala'ah.
Mala'ah.
Yazakar.
Yasakar.
Sham.
Shun.
Yasha'al.
Yasha'ah.
Aywara.
Aywa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nantazawa.
Nazazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Yakaya.
Al-Yaka.
Ayaka.
Barya.
Barya.
Yakarata.
Yakarata.
Alia.
Ali.
Awam.
Adamu.
Wa.
Wai.
Yashimai.
Yashimai.
Alayam.
Alayim.
Moaba.
Moab.
Wagari.
Wagari.
Kabal.
Kabal.
Waimu.
Waimu.
Waimalat.
Waimulat.
Alashah.
Alashah.
Ayin.
Ayin.
Yishabi.
Yishabi.
Tazawar.
Tazapur.
Gam.
Gum.
Ashawar.
Ashur.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Kamam.
Amun.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zawad.
Zara.
Abanya.
Nabunyi.
Lawat.
Labat.
Selah.
Salah.
Ashah.
Asha.
Laham.
Nahum.
Kamanya.
Kamadi.
Kasiyasara.
Kasinasara.
Kayabia.
Kayaba.
Wanakaal.
Wanakaal.
Yashwan.
Kayashwa.
Nashamadwa.
Kasuma.
Bayan Dara.
Bayanda.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Aman.
Namun.
Dama.
Adam.
Sharatamba.
Shadam.
Nara.
Nada.
Ya.
Ya.
Mawa.
Mama.
Kaira.
Kaira.
Because of Abba.
Masa Abda.
Because of Bak.
Kazapa.
Because of Zal.
Kazo.
Benai.
Nanan.
Ka.
Kala.
Nasa Yakamba.
Nasa Kama.
Asha.
Nasa
Marwa.
Amana.
Narasha.
Narasha.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Ah.
Ah.
Nawa.
Nawa.
Alahaya.
Aham.
Alahaya.
Lahaya.
Sharatamba.
Shadam.
Tagalka.
Gong.
Wash.
Gwash.
Anya.
Anya.
Raka.
Raka'a.
Ash.
Ash.
Tabara.
Tabar.
Yara.
Yara.
Wakalahaba.
Wakahana.
Dalahat.
Lahat.
Ari.
Hari.
Khan.
Khan.
Yadam.
Yardak.
Yazaraka.
Zak.
Babasa.
Basa.
Fafka.
Patra.
Dabalaham.
Lahum.
Allah.
Laha.
Banyaham.
Panyam.
Balawan.
Palawan.
Wabakashla.
Wababash.
Ka.
Sukash.
Shahau.
Har.
Yabashla.
Bash.
Wabaowa.
Wababawa.
Aidi.
Aide.
Ai.
Ai.
Wakaparo.
Wakapara.
Wayabadwa.
Wababa.
Wayadawa.
Wadawa.
Kayata.
Kayata.
Ka.
Shukar.
Yahau.
Yahau.
Abaka.
Bak.
Aliyawan.
Aliwan.
Al.
Al.
Ka.
Ka.
Kaharataza.
In the English, keep not thy silence.
Kinadasa.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
O not thy peace.
Go not that beach.
And be not still.
Be not still.
O
O
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
For lo,
Love.
thy enemies make a tumult.
Thy enemies making the more.
And they that hate thee
They that hate thee,
have lifted up the head.
lift up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They take the
against thy people.
inside people.
And consulted against thy hidden
Love
ones.
to inside hate.
They have said,
They said,
come,
come,
let's cut them off of being a nation.
let's step them off and be the nation.
That the name of
The
Israel
name of Israel,
may be no more in remembrance.
but no more remembrance.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
For they consult together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They're confederate against thee.
the Tabernacles of
The
Edom,
Tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites
and the Ishmaelites,
of Moab,
Moab,
the Garians,
the Green,
Gabal,
Gaul,
and
and
Amalek,
Amalek,
Philistines with the habits of the Tyre.
Philistines, the inhabitants of Tyre,
Ashur also joined with them.
still also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Open the children of Lot,
Salah.
Salah,
Doing to them as unto the
doing to
Midianites,
them to the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
sisters,
as to Jabin,
and the Jabin,
at the brook of
and the
Kison,
brook of the sun,
where spirits that endure.
there's the Endor,
They became as dung for the earth,
and the zone for the earth,
make them nobles like a rib,
and the nobles like a river,
and like
and
Zeeb.
like the Eve.
Yea,
Yeah,
all the princes as Zabah,
all the princes of Ba,
and as Zahum,
and that's a moon,
who said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves
let's take to ourselves
the houses of God in
the
possession.
house of God in possession.
O my God,
Oh my God,
make them like a will,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
double before the wind,
as the fire burneth the
and
wood,
the fire burns the wood,
as the flames set the mountains
and
on
the
fire.
flame sets the mountains on fire.
To persecute them with thy temper,
Persecute them with thy sins,
and make them afraid with thy
and
storm.
make them afraid with thy storm,
Fill the faces with shame,
to the face of shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may see thy name,
O Lord,
O Lord.
let them be confounded in trouble
Let them be confounded in trouble,
forever.
forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know that thou,
that they may know that thou,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
art the most high over all the
art the
earth.
most high over all the earth.
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Since ye Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth,
King of heaven and earth,
and all things living.
and all things live.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh
in
Shai,
the name of Yahweh Shai,
listen to us now,
listen to us now,
right now.
right now.
Send evils and curses,
He was cursed,
and punishment and instruction
under the destruction,
to the heathen
to the heathen.
that speak against us,
Speak against us,
thy prophets,
thy prophets,
teachers,
teachers,
princes,
princes,
priests,
priests,
the Israelite brothers,
Israelite brothers,
in school,
in school.
send evils and curses,
He was cursed,
and punishment and instruction
under the destruction,
to the heathen,
to the heathen.
and shake loose the treasure
Shake loose the treasure
of the rich of
of
Israel
the rich of Israel.
that refuse to give to the school,
Refuse to give to the school.
force their riches,
Force their riches
to enter thy sanctuary,
into thy sanctuary.
send evils and curses,
He was cursed,
and punishment and instruction
under the destruction,
to the Edomites,
to the Edomites,
and the nations,
the nations,
and the drug
and the
dealers,
drug dealers,
the court system,
court systems,
the prison system,
prison systems,
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood,
all the governments of our
all the
enemies,
governments of our enemies,
Amalek, synagogues, and armies,
lifting God's armies,
Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic Church,
the Pope,
Pope,
Islam,
Islam,
Christianity,
Christianity,
Egyptology,
Child,
militia,
religious,
Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Protestantism, gay movement, the lesbian, spies, workers of witchcraft,
witchcraft,
NASA space program,
and space program,
Army,
Army,
Navy,
Navy,
Air Force,
Air Force,
Marines,
Marines,
Wall Street,
Wall Street,
open up the internet,
open up the internet,
and airways,
the airway,
the cable access channel,
cable access channel,
and the radio
and
channel.
radio channel.
Convict the spirit in thy people
Big spirit of the people,
that seek to stop us,
seek to stop us,
and bring swift destruction
bring with destruction
to all the heathen
to all of you.
that stand in the way,
Stand in the way,
that try to stop us
try to stop us,
from broadcast your word
broadcasting the word,
throughout the planet Earth.
planet Earth,
Let loose all the
and
plagues,
lose all the plague,
cause them to go to and fro
cause them to go to and fro,
through the earth and consume
to
them.
the earth and consume them.
Let the plague shake the house
Let the plague to the house,
of the thief and the murderer.
of the thief and the murderer.
Let Yahweh Shai,
Let Yahweh Shai,
Michael, and Gabriel
Michael Gabriel,
come down to flying saucers,
down flying saucers,
punish all the heathen
punish all
that come up against us
against us,
as we speak thy
and
word.
speak that word,
Cause to be known by all,
let it be known by all,
that it is the angels
so it's angels
that have done it.
that have done it.
Cause it to be spread through the media
Cause we spread to the media,
throughout the whole world.
word,
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
let the shake it that come.
In the name of Yahweh
In
Shai,
the name of Yahweh Shai,
thank you always.
thank you, Lord.
So be it.
So be it. So, it's turn.
So,
Yahweh Shai, Shai, Yahweh Shai. shall be seated.
All right, we are going to get into Leviticus, the 23rd chapter once again, even for the closing, just like the opening. And then we are going to go and read the entire chapter, not just in the Tanakh, also in the actual King James Version Bible. Okay? So yeah, y'all follow along. You got it? Awesome. Yeah. 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 Yeah, young man. Yeah. Same thing. Yeah. Right. It's fine. It's fine. No. Let me make sure. Yeah. All right. You got it, bro. You have the Bible on the phone? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 1. Why at the bar? Yahweh. Ah, Masha'ah. Lamar. Verse 2. The bar. Ah, Manya. Yasharah. Why Marath? Alam. Mawaiya. Yahweh. Ashah. The quarrel. Adam. Makwaria. Kadash. Allah. Mawaiya. Verse 3. Shashah. Yamayam. Aisha. Malakah. Wapayam. Ashayaya. Shabbat. Shabbatman. Makwar. Kadash. Kar. Malakah. Laat. Yashawa. Shabbat. Awa'ah. Layahawa. Bakal. Mawash. Lakam. Verse 4. Allah. Mawadia. Yahweh. Quarry Warrior. Kadash. Ashar. The quarrel. Adam. The Mawai Wadam. Verse 5. Bakadash. Arishawan. Barab Baya. Ashar. Lakadash. Bayan. Arabian. Pasach. Layahawa. Abakam Shah. Ashar. Yawam. Lakadash. Azah. Kad. Amatu Zawak. Layahawa. Shabbat. Yamyam. Matu Zawak. The Kalwa. Verse 7. By one. Rashawan. Maquar, Kodash, Yahaya, Lakam, Kal, Malakah, Ibadah, La, Daishawa, verse 8, Kawab, Batam, Asha, La Yahweh, Shabbat, Yamayam, Bayawam, Ashabaya, Maquar, Kodash, Kal, Malakah, Ibadah, La, Daishawa, verse 9, Why the bar, Yahweh, all, Masha'ah, Lamar, verse 10, Jabar, all, Banya, Yashar, Wamara, Alam, Eya, Tabawa, all, Arataza, Ashar, Anya, Nathan, Lakam, Laquart, Tazar, Taam, Ah, Quataziar, Wa Batam, Ah, Imar, Rashayah, Quatazar Kam, All, Akan, verse 11, Wanya, Ah, Imar, Tapanya, Yahweh, Larata, Nakam, Mama Kara, Kara, Ashabah, Yanya, Panawa, Akan, verse 12, Ashayatam, Bayawam, Aniyap Kaam, Ah, Ayamar, Kabash, Tamayam, Ban, Shanathawa, Laya Layahawa, verse 13, Mamanat, Dawa, Shanya, Asharabiam, Salah, Balawa, Ba'a, Bashaman, Asha, Layahawa, Raya, Nayaka, Wanaska, Yayan, Rabia, Hahayan, verse 14, Malakam, Wakolaya, Kamal, La'a, Dakalawa, I Tazam, Ayawam, Azah, Abayakam, Korban, Alayakam, Kwa, Iwalam, Ladar, the Yakam, Bakal, Mashab, the Yakam, verse 15, Wasa Parta, Lakam, Mama Karak, Ashabat, Ayawam, Abayakam, Imar, at the now Pa'a, Shabbat, Batawa, Dama, Ma'at, Diana, verse 16. I, Mamakara, Ashabah, Ashabai, that's a power. Tamashu, Yawam, Wakwar, Badam, Manaka, Kadsha'a, Layahawa, verse 17. Mama was Bathiakam, Dabayawa, Lakam, Danawa Pa'a, Wathiam, Shanya, Asher Sharon Yam, Salah, Diana, Imataza, Kamataza, Dapayanya, Bakawar Yam, Layahawa, verse 18. Wakabra Batim, Alakam, Shabbat, Kabashiam, Damayam, Yamyam, Banya, Anya, Shanya, Shana, Wapar, Ban, Bakwar, Kakad, Wayalam, Shanyam, Yahayawa, Allah, Layahawa, Wamanaktam, Wanasak, Yam, Asha, Rayak, Nayakak, Layahawa, verse 19. Washayathium, Shayar, Isayam, Lakab, Lakab, Washanya, Gabashim, Banya, Shana, Lazabak, Shalamium, verse 20. Manaya, Akan, Atam, Al, Lakam, Abakaria, Danawapa, Lapanya, Yahweh, Al, Shanya, Kabashim, Kadash, Yahayawa, Layahawa, Lakan, 21. Waka Waka, I Bai Tazam, Ayawam, Azah, Makwara, Kodash, Yahaya, Lakam, Kal, Malakath, Ibad, Ibadah. Port big. Shower. Qua. I will alone. Bakal. Mawash. But they have come. The dark, they have come. Verse 22. Wapakwat Tazar come. What is a yard? Aratazar come. La. The Kala. Ba'af. Shadak. Bakwatazar Rock. Walla Quas. Quatazayar Ak. La. Walla Quas. Laaya. Walla Daza. Adam. Anya. Yahweh. Allah Yakam. Verse 23. Wayadabar. Yahweh. Al. Masha'ah. Lamar. Verse 24. Gabar. Al. Banya. Yasha'al. Lamar. Bakadash. Ashabia. Ashabia. Yeah. Bakar. Lakadash. Yahya. Lakam. Shabbatwan. Zakawan. Darawa Ayah. Makar. Kadash. Verse 25. Kal. Malakath. Ibdah. La. Dayashawa. Wakwar Batham. Ashah. La Yahweh. Verse 26. Wayadabar. Yahweh. Al Masha'ah. La Amar. Verse 27. Ak. Bashawar. La Kadash. Shabda. Yaya. Azah. Yawam. Par Yam. Awa'ah. Makwar. Kadash. Yahaya. Lakam. Wine Yadam. Napashtat Shatyakam. Wakar Batham. Asha'ah. La Yahweh. Verse 28. Wakar. Malaka'ah. La'ah. Daya Shawa. Bai Tazam. Hayawam. Azah. Kaya. Yawam. Kapari. Awa. Lakapar. Ala Yakam. Lapanya. Yahweh. Ala Yakam. Verse 29. Kaya. Kal. Anapash. Ashar. La. Yana. Bai Tazam. Ayawam. Azah. Wanakaratha. Maya. Verse 30. Wakal. Anapash. Ashar. Dayashah. Kal. Manaka'ah. Bai Tazam. Ayawam. Azah. Wa Badathia. Anapash. Ahawa. Makwar. Aima. Kal. Mantazaka. La. Dayashawa. Kwa. Awalam. Ladat Yakam. Bakal. Mashabat Yakam. Verse 32. Shema. Shabbatwan. Awa. Lakam. Wine Yatam. Napash Dayakam. Batash Ayah. Lakadash. Baya Ara. Mayara. Ira. The Shah Tower. Shabbat Ka'am, verse 33. Waya Debar, Yahweh, Masha'ah, Lamar, verse 34. Debar, Banya, Yasharal, Lamar, Barkam Sha'ah, Ashar, Yawam, Lakadash, Ashabaya, Azah, Kag, Hasak, Kawah, Shabbat, Yam, Layahawa, verse 35. Bayaw, Yawam, Arash, Shawan, Makwar, Kodash, Kal, Malakaat, Ibadah, La'at, Diashawa, verse 36. Shabbat, Yam, the Korah, Bawa, Asha'ah, La Yahweh, Bayawam, Asha Manya, Makwar, Kodash, Yahaya, Lamar, Makwar, Dum, Asha'ah, La Yahweh, Zara, Iwa, Kal, Malakaah, Ibad Da'ah, La'at, Dian Shawan, verse 37. Allah, Mawadia, Yahweh, Ashar, the Kowawa, Adam, Makwaria, Kadash, Lakwaria, Ashah, La Yahweh, Ilah, Wamanaka, Zabak, Wanaz, Kayam, Yabar, Yawam, Bayawam, Mawa, verse 38. Lamam, Bad, Shabbatah, Yahweh, Wamalab, Labad, Madan, what they come, Malawabad, Tal, Madar Yakam, Malabad, Kal, Nada, but the Yakam, the Shah, the Nawa, La Yahweh, verse 39. Baka Masha'ah, Ashar, Yawam, Lakadash, Shabia, Bas, Bakam, Labawa, Nagarataza, the Kagawa, Kag, Yahweh, Shabbat.
I like the Spanish.
I heard you say that in the video. Yam, Bayawam, Arasha, Shawan, Shabbatwan, Wabo Waam, Asha Yanya, Shama Dawan, verse 40. Wala Kak Da'am, the Lakam, Bayawam, Iris Rush Shawan, Karya, Ikaza, Adabar, Kapat, Damarayam, Why Nya, Itaza, Iba, Rabaya, Nakal, Mosham, Kadam, Lapanya, Yahweh, Aliyakam, Shabbat, Yamayam, verse 41. Wakadam, Atawa, Kad, Layahawa, Shabbat, Yamayam, Bush Jana, Kwa, Iwalam,
Yeah, verse what?
verse 41.
Okay.
Ladar, Dayakam, Bakadash, Ashabyaya, Lakagwa, Atawa, verse 42. Basaka, Dashabawa, Shabbat, Yamayam, Gal, Azarak, Asha'al, Yashabawa, Basaka, Damayan, Yadayawa, the Rat Yakam, Ya, Basakaw, Kawa,
Turn off.
Awash, Badaya,
It's not too cold, is it?
Banya,
Are you squat? Is it too cold in here for you?
Okay.
Yasharal,
If so, you guys can cut it off, all right? It's up to y'all.
Bawat Zaya, Awatam, Marakaza, Matazarayam, Anya, Yahweh, Yakam, verse 44. Why at the bar? Mashah, my Daya, Yahweh, Banya, Yasharal.
That's it. No sign of Christ. No sign of Christ. All right, that's perfect. That's perfect. All right. All right. So now we're going to get into the English of this. We are going to kind of skim through Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, because we already explained it pretty much during the opening, and we are just really going to get a precept. But we are going to get through Leviticus 23rd chapter. So let's go ahead and get that real quick.
Okay. You got that?
Yeah.
Okay. 23 and 1. Oh,
It's fine. It's fine. It's might as well. It's all right. It's all right. But, next time, it has to be us. So,
yes, yes.
unless you come.
Okay.
But we don't have time for that. So it's fine. It's fine for now.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead. Just go ahead and read loud if you could. Baba Shah, the one.
Okay. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, concerning the feast of the Lord, that ye shall proclaim to be a holy consecration. Even these are my feasts. 6 days shall work be done.
Right. So if I may stop for a second, this is considered to be all those feasts is the holy convocation. We have 8 high holy days, but some are specifically high holy days and some are holy convocations. All right. As you see, we are treating this feast as a service. Service means Sabbath service. All right. So this is a holy convocation. Anytime you do a service, it's a holy convocation. When it's a high holy day, it's completely different. It's separate. It's more of a class portion, never a service. Okay. And I will break that down in the future because I want everybody to understand what is the difference between the two. Specifically, that's just That's just the short answer of what is the difference between the two. Okay, keep going.
But the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest and holy consecration. You shall do no work therein.
Mm-hmm.
It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. These are the feasts of the Lord, even the holy convocation.
Also, to make sure you read out each verse, Baba Kashah. All right. And Baba Kashah means please in Hebrew, by the way. Okay.
Which ye shall proclaim in their season. And the 14th day of the first month, at evening is the Lord's Passover. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. And the first day you shall have a holy convocation.
Mm-hmm.
You shall do no servile work therein, but you shall offer an offering made by fire.
Okay, so Salah, you want to read out each verse that you're going to. So which verse are you in?
I'm in 8.
Yeah.
Eight.
So each time you go into another verse, you want to read it out loud so everyone knows where you're at.
Okay.
Yep. Baba Kashah, if you could. You got it. Go ahead.
But you shall offer offering made by fire unto the Lord the 7th day. And the 7th day is the holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein. Verse 9. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, 10. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruit of your harvest unto the priest. And you shall lay the sheaf before the Lord to be accepted for you. On the morrow after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it, and ye shall offer that day when ye wave the sheep as he lamb without blemish of the first year, for burnt offering unto the Lord. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2 tenth deal of fine flour mingled with oil, and an offering made by fire unto the Lord, for sweet savor. And drink offering thereof shall be of wine, for the 4th part of a hin. 14. And you shall eat neither bread nor first corn nor green ear until the same day that ye have brought the offering unto your God. It shall be established forever throughout your generations and all your dwellings. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheep of the wave offering. The 7th Sabbath shall be completed. Even unto the morrow, or after the 7th Sabbath, you shall number 50 days. And you shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. You shall bring out all your habitations, 2 wheat loaves of 2 tenth deals. They shall be fine flour, they shall be baked with leaven. They shall be, there are the first fruit unto the Lord, and ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and you add 1 young bucklet and 2 rams. They shall be for burnt offering unto the Lord, with their meat offering and their drink offering. even an altar made by fire, a sweet savor unto the Lord. Then ye shall sacrifice one kid of a goat for sin offering, 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offering. And the priest shall weigh them with bread of the fruit, first fruit, for a wave offering before the Lord. With 2 lambs, they shall be holy to the Lord for a priest. And you shall proclaim on the same day, that it may be a holy convocation unto the Lord. And ye shall do no Sabbath work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generation.
Mm-hmm.
And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corner of the field when ye reap, neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of their harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and unto the stranger. I am the Lord your God. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, the 7th month, in the first day of the month, that you have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of the trumpet, a holy convocation. You shall do no Sabbath work therein, but you shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, also the 10th day of the 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation unto you. And you shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And ye shall do no work in that same day, but in the day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God. For whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that day, so in that same day, he shall be cut off among his people. Whatsoever soul it be that does any work in that same day, the same soul will be destroyed from among his people.
All right, so let me stop you real quick. Which verse are you at right now?
30.
30, okay. So, of course, if you do not, I want to say comply for some weird ass reason, but it's like if you don't do what the Most High tells you to do as far as His feast, meaning celebrate it, you rather go celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween that's coming up, all these unlawful celebrations that have nothing to do with us. The Most High will cut you off. Right. If you don't celebrate the high holy days that He told you to celebrate, He will cut you off.
Right.
And as you know, every time that we celebrate the holidays of America, something bad always happens. Going not just the holidays, even your birthday. I always mention this. Like, have you ever seen somebody, get their ass beat on their birthday? I've seen it too many times, and it's so embarrassing.
Get shot on their birthday.
Get shot, get killed on their birthday. Something always bad happens. Right. You see what I'm saying? Even if it doesn't happen to you, it's happening to the family. All right? There's something that should let you know each time that something bad happens on these holidays, it's not for you.
Right.
Because the high holy days, and think of the words, high holy days, these days are of the Most High. Nothing bad happens. Everything always turns out to be just fine, right?
All right.
Ain't nobody fighting.
Right.
Ain't nobody arguing. Ain't nobody dying.
Right.
The kids are safe. No one is harmed. Everybody is just fine. See what I'm saying? But as far as the holidays that Esau provides us, that's something different. You are vulnerable. You are able to get hurt. You are a target, and you will not have a good time. How many times do we hear about, you're going to a party, like a Halloween party, and you're thinking that everything's going to be just fine, but here goes the beef. Here goes the, the strife, the envy. And somebody is going head to head with each other, and boom, somebody's dead or somebody's hurt. It happens all the time in Minnesota, all over the earth. And that's why every time we speak about the stats of each holiday to show you and prove to you that these days is not for us. Ain't nothing wrong with celebrating, but celebrate lawfully. Okay? Lawfully celebrate something. Those days is not for us, so it's not lawful, it's unlawful. And if you knew the true definition or the history of those holidays, you would know not to have no parts in that. Everybody should know that. Okay. I'll get into details as those holidays come up. Halloween's coming up. Good night. Halloween should turn off every parent. Every parent. They say don't take candy from a stranger when it comes to Halloween. Let's knock on strangers' doors and neighborhoods that we are not familiar with. And let's take candy from them. Have you ever thought about that, huh? Nobody don't think about that. So anyway, you want to keep going?
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 30. And whatsoever soul it be that does any work in that same day, that same soul will be destroyed from among his people. Ye shall do no matter what. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generation in all your dwellings. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and you shall afflict your soul. In the 9th day of the month at evening, from evening unto evening, shall you celebrate your Sabbath. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of this month, the 15th day of this 7th month shall be the feast of Tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
On the first day shall be a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein.
Right. So if you have a business, it's time for you to take off. Take a rest day.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Also, too, this lets you know how this is supposed to be a service because of rest. Now, rest in Hebrew, of course, Sabbath is Shabbat, which means rest or cease. All right? See what I'm saying? It means you take a break, you take a rest. And that day is for you. Okay? It doesn't mean, take off of work and just sleep. It means just take off from working in general and do you. Do what you want to do. That day is for you.
Clear your mind from the week's filth.
Right. You've been working a 9 to 5 or a double. See what I'm saying? A 9 to 9, a 10 to 10, whatever. You know what I mean? A triple shift. See what I'm saying? I remember that year that we did not go to Passover. I was working 16-hour shifts at the call center from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. just to make sure I had enough money to support my plane ticket and to make sure I had money on me for the Passover. Now, really, if you are in the truth, you really don't need too much money like that because everybody takes care of each other at the Passover. Believe it or not. Right. Believe it or not. I remember my first and second year of going to the Passover. I didn't have no money. I was flat broke. See what I'm saying? Because I was paying rent. I just turned 18, working 2 jobs, and I was doing my I graduated at 17 years old. I was working 2 jobs, and I was doing my generals 2 months after I graduated. So, and I was kind of broke because I was paying rent too. You know what I mean? I was renting out a room from, a family member who was my landlord. And I was broke, and I was taken care of throughout the whole entire Passover. I mean, you can't tell me that, that. That's just crazy, boy. Like the brotherhood and sisterhood in the school is unmatched.
Right.
It is absolutely glorious and amazing. See what I'm saying? And man, take that day for you to rest. See what I'm saying? Enjoy a movie, a TV show. If you want to sleep a little bit, if you want to, go buy your favorite food. See what I'm saying? If you want to go, have a good time with your kids. you know, with your husband, with your wife, or just with the brothers. You know what I mean? You know, just make that day about you.
Right. Eat some fried chicken and get your feet rubbed.
There you go. Exactly. In that order. In that order. That's what you want to do. All right. Fried chicken, some watermelon Kool-Aid.
Hey, that's my real stuff. That's how I really get down.
Your ass black as hell for real, huh? Nah, but yeah, you know, like, you know, enjoy yourself. All right. Keep going.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 36.
Oh, so like, if I may, everything that you do for the Sabbath, make sure everything is lawful. All right, lawful and legal. That's how I always say it, lawful and legal.
Right.
All right, you can go ahead and do you. You got it. All right, go ahead, warrior.
7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
On the 8th day shall be a holy convocation unto you.
Mm-hmm.
And you shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
Mm-hmm. Is that the end of it?
Yeah.
Is that verse 44? Are you which chapter and verse are you in? Huh?
38.
38. Okay. Yeah.
Right. Here is solemn assembly.
There we go.
And you shall do no stuff about what they're in. These are the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations.
Mm-hmm.
To offer an offering and a meat offering, a sacrifice and a drink offering, everything upon this day, besides the Sabbath of the Lord, besides your gift, besides your vow, besides all your free will offerings,
Mm-hmm.
which ye shall give unto the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Also in the 15th day of the 7th month, when you have gathered in the fruit of the land, you shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days. On the first day shall be a Sabbath. On the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. And ye shall take you on the first day the bark of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and the bark of thick trees, the water of brooks, and ye shall rejoice before the Lord your God 7 days. But ye shall keep it a feast unto the Lord 7 days in the year.
Okay.
It shall be established forever in your generation.
Mm-hmm.
Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month. Ye shall toil in the booths 7 days. All that are Israelite born shall toil in booths.
Right. You start right there, real quick. Which verse is that?
That's 42.
42. All right. You got 2 more verses. All right. So of course now of course today we don't dwell in necessarily booths. You know, you don't have to do it for the Feast of Tabernacles. See what I'm saying? If you think about it, we are living in booths right now anyway. See what I'm saying?
Right.
Booths is tabernacle is another word for house or dwelling. So yeah, it's temporary dwelling. So wherever you live, whether it be a townhouse, duplex, condo, apartment, or a house, okay, that is your tabernacle. But the spirit of the tabernacle, Feast of Tabernacle, is to remember where we were at that time when coming out of Egypt. And also, I got a precept for that in Deuteronomy, the 16th chapter, to show you that we should remember where we came from. Don't black people always say, don't forget where you came from?
Right.
When it comes, and the Most High is saying the same thing, don't forget where you came from. Okay? It doesn't mean that you got to go outside and, go outside and build a tent or, be in a tent. Because people go camping every summer.
Yeah,
I mean, ain't that a booth?
Yeah.
You feel me? You see what I'm saying?
Apartment is a booth because anything you're paying rent on is a booth. Really.
Yeah. There you go.
You own it. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Yeah.
You get put out tomorrow.
There you go. Yep.
That's the booth.
Yep. You know? Especially with that damn month-to-month lease.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
And they make you sign to where they can put you out for any reason.
Oh yeah.
And you can't even fight against it. And you sign that paper, you push into a situation like if you was free, you'd be like, hell no, I ain't signing that shit.
Right.
You know, but you're not free.
Right.
So now you're thinking, damn, you gotta sign this damn thing, or I gotta find somewhere else to live. You know, I gotta go through all that. You know?
Right.
And that might take me a month or two.
Mm-hmm.
So now you pressured into going ahead and signing, even though you don't want to. That's how you know we're slaves.
That's how you know we're slaves. There you
go. Force you into doing what they want you to do, and you
don't have a say so.
Right, and you don't even have no way to fight against it.
Right. Yep. Yeah. And there you go. And that's called life for you in America.
Right.
And that's why really, if you think about it, that's why the Native Americans or Native Indians are living in booths right now. We call it tent city, which is all over the earth. All over the earth is tent city for the Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? You would think that they should not be in tent city when they should have their own land. We got to understand their land has been compromised.
Right.
It has been corrupted by Esau. Esau took the land, destroyed it, and said, you know what, we'll give you this piece of land. We'll give you this back. But there's no resource in that land. If there's no resource in that land, how can you live on it? Right. You can't. You can't till the land. To till the land means to, plant and work the field to harvest, to have crops. You can't do it. You're not going to survive. It's a dead, it's a dead end. Yeah, it's a dead town. All right. You know how they say when there's no people in the city, a ghost town. That place is dead. There's no life in it. Right. So you can't till the land. You cannot grow anything. You can't live off of it. But you can surely die on the land. That's why in multiple reservations, there is a high, what is it called? Good night, Slovakia. It's you have a lot of people who it's a high thing of suicide, child molestation, and rape amongst the Native Indians, just amongst them on the reservation, and drug use as well.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's very sad and terrible. And also too, you have a lot of Native Americans that are in Minnesota, not just in the Twin Cities, but you got the country as well of Minnesota. And then you have right next to Minnesota, South Dakota, North Dakota. That's where the natives are at. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and that's just like the Native Indians out west. Look at how cruel Esau is.
Oh yeah.
He put the reservations and stuff on the damn desert.
That's one. Yeah, I'm glad you said that.
You can't hunt no food. What you gonna eat? Lizards?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Snakes.
Yeah, in places of hardly no water. Cactuses. They gotta hit a cactus or something just to get something to drink.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then on top of that, they got a prohibition against them to where they can't even have them, no sip of strong or whatever. While they on the reservation, they got to drink scope.
Listerine. Oh yeah. I was just saying Listerine. Yeah. I recall being at the train downtown Minneapolis, like a few blocks where the camp spot is at.
Right.
I remember I was young in the school, and I just got off of slavery, and the train just acted funny, so I jumped on the train, had to get off like two blocks later, and wait for another train. And I remember just seeing this guy. He was kind of just like, he had kind of like milk bones. You know what milk bones is, right? Milk bones is like you're kind of just all over the place. You're kind of just just all over the place, like your body just limp. Like how you drunk, you're super drunk,
right?
And you're just kind of all over the place. Yeah, they call it milk bones. Yeah, and so it pretty much like you just all over the place, like you lean in. You got to hold yourself against something because you can't hold your balance. And so pretty much this dude, at first I didn't know exactly who he was, but I was looking at him. He was just leaning, he was wobbling all over the place as I waited for the train, and I just smelled a strong scent, and it was Listerine he had in his hand. And when I seen his face, he's a native cat. You know what I mean? And also too, down south's not far from South Minneapolis at all.
Right.
And that's where I used to live at. And all over South Minneapolis, none but natives, Somalians, and blacks. You got a few Mexicans over there. But I was like, God damn, I didn't know that they drank, Listerine. I didn't know it can get you high either.
Oh, yes.
I didn't know that.
Alcohol content to it.
No, when they say alcohol, like I didn't think it was actually alcohol. Like I didn't know. I didn't know
It's
so
a
much,
real
you know.
deal.
Yeah,
It's a
yep.
real deal.
Yeah. Now some people actually drink rubbing alcohol too.
Yeah, I heard that too.
And I was like, I would think that you could die instantly, but no, they said over time you can die, but not right away.
Right.
But anyway, so like, you want to say something?
I was going to say about the room alcohol, but you would say it.
Yeah. Like that's insane. But anyway, the Feast of Tabernacles, we are here to remember where we was at, and we celebrate this. And didn't you say that this is not a law, right?
Say that again?
You had said in a previous class that this is not a law to do.
What, the tabernacle?
Right. As far as like you don't have to go out and actually be in boots.
Oh yeah. You don't have to go out and actually. Yeah,
Right.
we got to understand also too that we, where we was taken to as captives, we always in boots. Everything, we don't own anything. Even if you own your home, you don't own your home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Foreclosure is a real thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
The bank owns it.
When they say you borrow and stuff, you still have to pay tax on your own.
Yeah. Their own land, you got to pay property tax.
Right.
And if you don't pay that stuff, the bank snatches it away from you.
Right.
Right. That's why, it's funny because, all black people say things like, man, I can't wait till, I get rich. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to buy, especially basketball players.
Buy me
First
a
thing I'm going
house.
to do, buy my
Mama house, my father.
Yeah,
something
you're
like
going to
that.
get his mama that $7-8 million home and everything. But when he retires from whatever sport it is he in, or he hurt himself or whatever, he's still gonna have to make the payments on that house, and he's gonna lose the house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You can lose it, and it's a bad situation to go from having an $8 million house to having a damn, you know what I'm saying, a $50,000 house, $60,000 house. You know what I'm saying? And that'll bring people into a depression, not unless you strongly rooted in where you came from, and you think about that all the time. And you got to be to the point to where you be like, yeah, I might be eating, might be eating this and that right now. I might have, $20, $30, $50 steaks right now. But I came from eating noodles, and if need be, I can go back to eat noodles. Right? You know what I'm saying? You sell you'll sell your soul if you don't have that type of mentality, that type of mindset. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of dudes. It has been a lot of strong people though that didn't sell their soul though. That's where you get to like these one-hit wonders. Once these one-hit wonders came out, you thought they was gonna be something huge. But they came out something that was dope, and then they left the industry because they found out what it really do for real. You know what I'm saying? They found out they gonna have to blow somebody. Like, no, hell no, the hell with that. You know what I'm saying? And some people tell the story. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, but anyway, let's go ahead and keep going, all right? You got to hit 137 and then we're done.
So Leviticus chapter 23, verse 43. That your generation may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths.
Right.
When I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feast of the Lord.
And that's it?
That's it.
All right, so go ahead and get Deuteronomy 16 and verse 12. 16 and 12. We are just going to read a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, all right? Because, we did mention a feast, right? So we are going to feast. We are going to feast and drink. But, we really got, we had drove deep into the whole meaning last time,
right?
As far as the opening. And everybody, if you don't know what the meaning is, of course, watch this class, watch the last one that we did on the 20th to really understand the spirit and the meaning of what it is. Okay? So, yeah, can somebody get Deuteronomy 16 and 12 for me, please?
Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 12. And thou shalt remember that thou wast a bondman in Egypt.
And that's what it says in Leviticus, the last two verses, right?
You say Deuteronomy.
Yeah. Deuteronomy, yep, 16 and 12.
Yeah.
But when you read Leviticus, it mentioned Egypt. Did it not? Right. See what I'm saying? So this is a precept. Keep going. So we were bondmen in Egypt, which means we were enslaved.
Right.
All right, keep going.
And thou shalt serve and do these statutes.
Right, of course, time and time all throughout Deuteronomy, Moses said that we had to observe and to keep the commandments, the law, statutes, and commandments, to be more specific. Of course, we did not do that. Now, I mean, off and on we did. Sometimes we did not. But right now, as you know, we're not doing it as a nation. Some of us are, but not all of us. Right. How do you know? Just look outside. Go outside your door every single day, and what are you going to see? Your people at the bottom.
Right.
You're going to see the oppression, depression, distress. You're going to see all of the horrors of your people, and it's called curses.
Right.
All right? Which you can find in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter.
Right.
But what you will find in Deuteronomy, the 27th chapter, is Moses warning the people, telling them what reward that they will receive if they listen to the Most High, which is called the blessings. And that's why right now we're dealing with the curses. We're fighting for the blessings.
Right.
See what I'm saying? That's what we're fighting for. If you are in the ISUPK and you are striving every single day to make it to the kingdom, that's the blessing. That's what you're fighting for.
Right.
You're not here just for a phase, because some people come here for a phase.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Oh, hey, I'm an Israelite, so I'm saved, and I got my little friend just on my T-shirt. You know what I mean? I got me a little name now. I know that blacks and Hispanics are in the Bible. That's not enough.
Right.
It's not enough to know that you are an Israelite.
Right.
That doesn't save you from anything.
Right.
What helps you see what I'm saying, to get to the kingdom is your obedience to the Most High.
That's right.
And of course, you're only going to learn that through the ISUPK, because we are the home of the truth.
That's right.
All right. Everybody is a home of whatever else, the wicked, whatever, unrighteousness. I don't know. See what I'm saying? I don't know anything about them. As far as us, we are the home of the truth.
That's right.
And we got all the answers. All right. So there you go. All right, keep going. You want to say something? Or are you good?
Also, too, not only do we have all the answers, but we have gave the greatest display, one of the greatest displays of love that I've seen since I've been in the truth, with that thing with they've done in Mexico.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, in the same day.
Those brothers put their lives on the line for real. You got devils with whips and guns and pistols and everything that's sitting there. They was killing a lot of the Asians too. They were shooting them and all of that too. They just wouldn't hit them with whips. They was killing some of them. We went down there in the midst of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In the midst of that. Who can say anything now? All of the fake Israelites' mouths are shut now. Mm-hmm. And they what they waiting on it to go away. You know what I'm saying? They waiting not only waiting on it to go away, but they also waiting on, everything to be safe.
Right.
So they could come out there and capitalize on what the ICPK did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I pray that the Mexicans and the Haitians down there, turn their asses away. You know what I'm saying?
I pray.
Right.
I pray they understand to do so.
Right.
Yeah, I pray.
Exactly.
Right. I absolutely pray.
It's awfully funny because that happened during the time of the Feast of Tabernacles, bouncing off the class that we did, the opening of the feast. Remember that?
Yeah,
we was talking about we strangers, strangers here. Well, the Haitians and the Mexicans, know that they strangers now. And I seen on Instagram, they were having a big old barbecue. The Mexican dude had the front of a car.
Right.
And had the hood up and turned, all that into a grill. And when it was grilling, for the Haitians and everything, and they was out there, partying and you chopping it up and everything. That was a beautiful thing right there. Right. So, I mean, I want to make sure, that I save those, videos I'll certainly battle people with those. You know what I'm saying? You be battling somebody and send that to their messenger.
Oh yeah,
Watching foam at the mouth.
No, for real, yeah. Because I mean, there's genuine love out here in the world. Like from the ISUPK, we send out love to those in the world.
Right.
All right. So we in the ISUPK, we have a different world.
Right.
Okay. This world is filled with righteousness, brotherhood, sisterhood, which all in actuality is nothing but love. It's everything that we learned from, Yahweh Shai, the Mashiach. You see what I'm saying? Our King.
Right.
Okay. Right. Jesus Christ, as what the world knows him. And we really learned how to love each other as a nation, as a people, and not as individuals, but as a people. All right.
Look at the holy moxie that it took to do that.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? That's that act right there stands above. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, you got the Israelites running over to Ghana and everything. Once the coast is cleared or whatever, they got their own reasons for going and doing that.
Right.
But they, in everywhere trying to, chase us down and try and undo everything we done did is what they really trying to do. That's why they set up when we said, start a school somewhere, they run there to hurry up and start a school. You know what I'm saying? So they can sit there and try and undo what we did. Which is evil.
Right. All right, so let's go ahead and keep going.
Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 13. Thou shalt observe the feast of the tabernacle 7 days. After that, thou hast gathered in the corn and the wine.
Right. See what I'm saying? That's, pretty much the saying, like, bring the food, bring the wine, the strong, whatever, to the feast. Keep going.
And thou shalt rejoice in thy feast, thou and thy sons and thy daughters.
You also want to call out the verse, all right?
14, verse 14, chapter 16, Deuteronomy. And thou manservant, and thou maidservant, and the Levites, and the strangers, and the fatherless, and the widow that are within that gate. 15. 7 days that thou keep a solemn feast.
So like, I just want to stop you real quick. So when it talks about, so pretty much it's saying for the feast, bring your son, bring your daughter, bring your manservant, the maid servant, the Levite, the stranger, and the fatherless, and the widow. Bring everybody. You see what I'm saying? Within the nation of Israel, bring all of them. See what I'm saying? Bring them all. All right. So you want to bring them all. Okay. Of course, you want to leave the heathens at the door. We do not accept animals in this building.
That's right.
We do not accept them.
Right.
We don't. Fleas. Yeah. What's that again?
No fleas in the feast.
No fleas in the feast. Good night. You feel me? No fleas in the feast. All right. See what I'm saying? We keep it within our own nation, our own people. Okay. That's how we do it. So it's saying like, bring everybody. Like if there was a homeless, brother or sister that was out there, or just somebody who is within our nation who's not from here, hey, they ain't got nothing to eat. You come upstairs with us. You see what I'm saying? You come in here with us. We'll take care of you. Go ahead.
That's a stranger, right?
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's somebody that we ain't expecting.
Right.
A unexpected guest. Hey, brother and sister. Hey, wait. Are you? What's your nationality?
Right.
Oh, you so and so. Oh, no sweat. All right, let's go. Come on. I'm gonna make sure that you eat. All right. I can't promise you meals for the rest of the week, but at least you can eat with us. You can eat with prophets and priests, and that's what Christ did.
Right.
Christ did that all the time, and that's why the Sadducees and Pharisees were just so disgusting people that they used to always look down at Christ like, why are you around these scums of the earth? Is how they looked at them. But they were just brothers. They were sisters. And he had love for them. And when you ain't got love for your people, man, you will look like the Sadducees and Pharisees all the time. You would start to talk like them, look like them, live like them. You talking about you serve God, but you are bending the law.
Right.
You're a hypocrite. That's how the Sadducees, the Pharisees were.
Right. They were following after the Romans.
Oh yeah.
And taking Roman culture, mixing it with Hebrew culture, and just mingling the two together.
Oh yeah.
And pushing Rome up on Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Just like the Christian pastors do. So, Christian pastors barely got any, Hebrewism in them. They just do things like singing,
right,
and dancing and all of that.
Right.
The only Hebrew stuff that they like, as far as they like some greens and mashed potatoes and tater salad and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But anything else, it won't be just like white people.
Yeah, no, that's very true. All right, let's keep going.
Seven days shalt thou keep the solemn feast unto the Lord thy God in the place which the Lord shall choose. Because the Lord thy God shall bless thee in all their increase, and in all their work of thy hands. Therefore thou shalt surely rejoice.
Now, of course, when we do what the Most High tells us to do, we are blessed as a people. We do have an increase. Now, you may not see something now, but you will see it later. I mean, it could come now or later. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that we all have to understand. Like the Most High never forgets to reward or bless you or thank you for your service, for what you have done.
Right.
If it's according to His will, not our will, but His will. Okay, and that's where the obedience comes in, to where you do what He says to do and watch what happens afterwards. It's going to be good. But if you do the opposite, watch what really is going to happen to you, not for you, but to you. Right. It's going to be a punishment. And so rejoice, have a good time, a solemn feast unto the Lord. See what I'm saying? And the Most High is going to be in the midst of it. Always understand that too. Right. The Most High is always going to be in the midst of it. It's going to be glorious and very beautiful in His sight. Let's not make it unbeautiful and disgusting. Keep going.
3 times in a year shall all that male appear before the Lord their God in a place.
Which verse is this?
16.
Okay, go ahead.
In a place when He shall choose. In the feast of unleavened bread, and in the feast of weeks, and in the feast of tabernacles, and they shall not appear before the Lord empty.
Okay, you want to break that down?
Okay, read that part again.
Verse 16 at the top.
3 times in a year shall all their males appear before the Lord their God in the place when He shall choose, in the feast of unleavened bread, in the feast of the week, and in the feast of tabernacles. And they shall not appear before the Lord empty.
Why it says all the males?
Yeah.
Also at that time too, the men brought the offerings.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The men, that's why he said for the men to appear, because all the tithes and all that was paid through the men. Mm-hmm. Whatever the woman, accumulated, you know what I'm saying? All of that stuff, whoever was, tithed into that man's house, all the stuff had to come to him. Mm-hmm. That's why the males appear. Males present the offering, males make the sacrifices. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's always a man that do that. You don't see the situation when, and it said and the sister slew the goat. And you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And poured the blood up on the ground, and you don't see that. You know what I'm saying? It's always the man that does that. All the services of the Levites, you know what I'm saying? There's always men that do it, that do all the service. But it is, there are no presets. You know what I'm saying? It's none of that. She's just the wife of a priest. That's what she is. Mm-hmm. She's fashioned for a priest. And the priest, operates that duty. The Levites also serve the priests. Also, they the male that serve the priests and everything, and they handle a whole lot of the offices. Then it goes up to the priest. Then it goes to the high priest. You know, he's over all of that. And so that's how it happens. That's why I said for the males to appear those times.
Come. All right, let's go ahead and keep going. We got one more verse, and then after that.
Leviticus chapter 16.
No, slightly. You mean Deuteronomy?
That's right.
Right. That's right.
Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 17.
There you go.
Every man shall give as he is able, according to the blessing of the Lord their God, which he had given thee.
So now, what is that talking about? In the spirit of the Feast of Tabernacles, what is that talking about?
Break it down a little slow.
Every man shall give as he is able, according to the blessing of the Lord, which the Lord their God, which he had given thee.
Yes, every man is to give what is able, but some men have more than others.
Right.
You know, some men have more abundance.
Right.
You know, you always had, in our nation, you had the dudes that was super wealthy. Then you had the ones that were wealthy. Then you had the ones that weren't so wealthy. You know, you had a lot of blue collar brothers and everything. The blue collar probably couldn't afford, most of the time couldn't afford to give what the, high up brother was able to give.
Right.
But he was to give according to what he could. Just like the woman that had the 2 mites. She gave, it was plenty of people out there that had more than her. You know what I'm saying? They were giving gold and silver and all of that, but she gave all that she had. Right. They gave out of their abundance. You know what I'm saying? Right. She gave all that she had with true faith, not even knowing she was going to eat the next day. But through faith, she knew that she was going to eat. Right. You know what I'm saying? She would at least be provided for, even if she didn't eat the next day. She's going to live through it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's why Christ.
I'm sorry.
That's why Christ said she gave the best. She gave the most. She gave more than everybody.
Right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, imagine 2 mites just being like 2 pennies. Like she barely had anything.
Right.
She barely had anything. Like not even a goddamn dime to her name. She had the lowest, but it was still more.
Right.
And all that is spiritual.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? All that is spiritual. If you got $1, 10% of that goddamn dollar.
Right. Right.
That's how it goes. See what I'm saying? Whatever earnings that you may have, 10% of any of your earnings, just 10% of that, nothing more. See what I'm saying? Nothing more, just 10%. That's it.
Yeah, anything else more than that is an offering.
Yeah.
If your tithe is 200 and you give 300, that 100 on that is an offering.
Right. Yeah.
200 is the tithe.
Right. Yeah.
Tithe stay the same, 10%. Everything all the way around the board.
Yep.
Now,
so if I may, now the other thing is too, like, I seen a few brothers get, corrected for this. As far as your tithes, it's always 10%. If you want to make a fund, like a priest fund or a donation, you have to say so. Because let's say that your check is $200, and instead of doing 10% of that, which is $20, you put 30. Don't do that. If you want to separate it, make that be known. See what I'm saying? Because we don't charge triple, double tithes, none of that. We play it by the book. The book says 10%, and that's it. See what I'm saying? Separate it, because brothers get corrected all the time. I remember that came out of class. Make sure that you are specific about what you are sending. All right? Go ahead.
If I could, it's crazy because some of the people that was paying triple tithes and all of that, some of them was probably just doing it out of a heart of giving, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, though, that's why you got to know where to tithe to, you know what I'm saying? Right. Some people got sincere motives, but they just don't know where to take. They just, like the scriptures say, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Right.
They don't know, about anything. So now, pastors see, like say for instance, dude's tithe is, $200-300 or whatever. He's seeing more money, so now he's gauging how much money this guy got. And then now he's saying that, some of them got some pretty good slaveries and all of that.
Right.
They're paying, and then they, kiss and ask for positions inside the church and everything too. So they give him more and this and that. And, so now the pastor sees like, these motherfuckers got some money.
Right.
Triple tithe. That's what it turns into eventually. Now it's mandatory. You know what I'm saying? That's some Pharaoh stuff right there. That's some real Pharaoh stuff. I read something on the backstory, you know, about ancient Egypt, about how they really started to enslave us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because, you know, I take this stuff with a grain of salt, but a lot of things that was in it, and you know, you can see it today. They had us doing temp services.
Yeah.
According to this book. We started out, you know, working on the wall next to the Egyptians and all of that, right?
Right.
And they seen how, you know, the good work we was doing. You know, next thing you know, those same Egyptians that we working on the wall with was starting to one by one go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then eventually we looked up and there wasn't no Egyptians on the wall, and they were all supervisors over us. And then they said, you know, as soon as they figure out what's going on, then you force them to work. Then you beat them, you know what I'm saying, and force them. I'm like, damn, that's how the Christian pastors think. You know how the saying goes, no good deed goes unpunished.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with evil Christian pastors and stuff like that, and people that want to be slave masters, whatever good you do, they're going to see that as a sign of weakness, just like any thug, you know what I'm saying? Right. Any type of, you know, like what people do in the prisons and all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? All right. With that being said, the module.
Close the chair. Close the chair.
Going to get done, we're going to face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abinau, Bashamayim, Josh, Nayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakoka, Rabba'a, Radzaka, Ayah, Asha, Barataza, Kawa, Ayah, Bashamayim, Latananawa, Lakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalak now, Kabuwaki now, Kazalak now, Kabuwaki now, Wala Tabayan now, Bansai one, Abal, Awashai now, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, La Allah, Watapar, Lawalaya, Ama. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us of our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Kalahari, Mayan, Yaba'a, Azariah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemaiah, Warataza, Aliyatan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Anaa, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yaishan, Shalmar, Yashala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al, Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayorak, Wayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal, Rai, Yashamar, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazata, Wapawaka, Maata, Mai, I will lump. In English, I will lift up my eyes into the hills. From whence comes my help? My help comes from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth Israel will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. Prayer for the Hakat, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, Baba Kashah, the thunder now, Hakat, Hakat, Marpa'ah, Kal Makalah, or Kal Madawa, Hakat, Latahar, Amatel the right, Hakat, Lahakli, Lamati, Hakat, Arakawa, Hatama'ala, the Garshan, by Hashem Yahushua, the Wadama, in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. Cast them out. In the name of Yahushua, thank you. So be it. Prayer to bless Israel. In Hebrew, Yahweh. By Hashem Yahushua. Baruch Lanau. By Yashalah. By Miyah. Safari. Barak. Gun. Say the name of loved ones once. Everyone repeats the name once.
Israelite School UPK.
Israelite School UPK.
ISUK Minnesota.
ISUK Minnesota.
All of Israel.
All of Israel. ISUK Minnesota.
ISUK Minnesota.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
Israelite School UPK.
Israelite School UPK.
Annalie. Benjamin. James. Whitney. McIntosh. Raphael. All of UPK.
All of UPK.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
Levites.
It's
Israelites. All of Israel.
All of Israel. By Hashem Yahushua. The Wadama.
In English, Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Bless us in Israel.
Bless us in Israel.
In the school. Bless Hill shall protect.
Bless us to protect.
Loved ones. In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahai. Al-Damayah. Al-Lakah. Al-Takarash. Al-Tashakwat. Al-Kayahana. Al-Yabika. Yahama. One. Ra'ash. Al-Imaka. Yawayama. Sawara. Wayata. Yatazawa. Al-Talawapanka. Amarwa. Lakawa. Unakidam. Magawi. Mala'ah. Yazakar. Sham. Yashala. Iwata. Kaya. Natazawa. Abba. Yakadwa. Alyaka. Maria. Yatarafa. Alia. Adawam. Wa. Yashamai. Alayum. Mawa'aba. Wagari. Kabal. Waimawan. Waimalat. Alashah. Aim. Yeshabia. Tazawar. Gum. Ashawar. Nalawa. Mum. Ayawa. Zarwa. Bunya. Wat. Salah. Aisha. Laham. Kamagi. Siyasara. Kayabia. Banakaal. Aswan. Ashamadwa. Bayan Dara. Yayawa. Daman, Ladam, Shathama, Nada, Yab, Mawa, Kairab, Wakasa Abba, Wakasa Ba, Wakatazal, Anai, Kalnasi Yakambo, Ashar, Marwa, Rasha, Lanawa, Nawab, Alahaya, Shathama, Galka, Kwash, Panya, Ash, Tabar, Yara, Wakalahaba, Dalahat, Hari, Khan, Dardap, Basiraka, Wabasa, Upaka, Dabalahum, Mala'at, Hanyahum, Dalawan, Wayabakashi, Shika, Yahawah, Yabashwa, Wayaba'awa, Aidia, Wayakapara, Wayabadwa, Wayadawa, Kayata, Shika, Yahawah, Badka, Al-Yawan, Al, Kal, Aharatazak.
In the English, keep not thou silence. O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still. O Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consult against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, let us cut them off for being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The Tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, the Gerasenes, Gabal, and Amalek, the Philistines of the habits of the Tyre. Ashur also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do it to them as to the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which spares that endure. They become as dung for the earth. Make the noise like a rib, and like Zeed. Yeah. All the princes as a bar, and as a moon, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of God in possession. Oh my God, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burns the wood, as the flames set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid of thy storm. For the face of with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Lord, let them be confounded in trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now. Right now. So he was a curse and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, like prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers in the school. So he was a curse, punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refused to give to the school. Force the riches into thy sanctuary. See, evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites in the nations and the drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic Church,
the Pope,
Pope,
Islam,
Islam,
Christianity,
Christianity,
Egyptology,
Egyptology,
militia,
militia,
Ku Klux Klan,
Ku Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation,
skinheads,
Skinheads,
proselytizers, gay movement,
Gay movement,
the lesbian movement,
lesbian,
spies,
spies,
works of witchcraft, United Space Program,
Space Program,
Army,
Army,
Navy,
Navy,
Air Force,
Air Force,
Marines,
Marines,
Wall Street,
Wall Street,
open up the internet,
open up the internet,
and airwaves,
airways,
your access channel, and the radio channel.
radio channels,
Convict the spirit in thy people
get the big
that seek to stop
that
us
seek to stop
and
us,
bring swift destruction
bring swift destruction
to all the heathens
to all people
that stand in the way or try to stop us
try to
the
stop
broadcast of your word
broadcasting your word
throughout the planet Earth.
while the planet Earth.
Let loose all the flames,
Let us all the places,
cause them to go to and fro
all the to and fro,
through the earth, consume them.
to the earth and consume.
Let the flames take the house
Let us take the house
of the thief and the murderer.
of the people
of
of
the
murder.
murder.
Let Yahweh shine,
The house,
Michael Gabriel,
Gabriel,
now the flying saucers, and punish all the heathens
All the heathens
that come up against us
that come up against us,
as they speak thy word.
speak thy word,
Cause to be known by all,
cause we know all,
that is, the angels
that is the angels,
that have done it.
that have done,
Cause to be spread through the media
cause we speak to me,
throughout the whole world.
the whole world,
Cause to shake of that coming.
cause we shake that come,
In the name of Yahweh Shai,
and we all shine,
thank you always.
you all,
So be it.
so be it.
So,
Good. All right, that concludes the closing of this feast. That being said, shalom.
so